The deep sea is the most mysterious and unexplored area on our planet. Even the most advanced submarines can only peek into the tip of the iceberg. Now I will drive a submarine to dive into this unknown blue world and see the mysterious scene of the deep sea. Welcome to Cryptic Creature. Press the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. When we dived to a depth of 200 meters, the sunlight had become weak, as if we were in a twilight world. The creatures here have strange forms, as if they came from an alien planet. Most creatures glow like a marquee all over their bodies. This is a siphonophore, the closest miracle of life on Earth to immortality. This superorganism composed of thousands of clones achieves group immortality through asexual reproduction. Its tentacles are densely covered with highly toxic stinging cells, and prey is paralyzed instantly when they come into contact. Giant groups of 40 to 50 meters long have been observed in the Antarctic waters, like a living fluorescent chain running through the deep sea. Siphonophores rule the deep sea with group immortality and cluster toxins, forcing nearby creatures to plan extreme survival strategies. Take the glass squid as an example. 98% of its body area is optically transparent through nanoscale crystal structures. Only their uncompromising photosensitive eyes and parts that glow due to metabolism after moisturizing may expose their whereabouts. This near-perfect camouflage makes them the ultimate invisible fighters against top predators in the deep sea. When the depth exceeds 1,000 meters, the last ray of sunlight disappears into the invisible, and the real kingdom of eternal night begins. Here, predators with completely ineffective vision have evolved a lucrative hunting art. Swallowing, as a biological vacuum pump in the deep sea, its mandible can be opened nearly 180 degrees through elastic ligaments, and the pre-mouth area can cover 85% of the head cross-section. With a translucent stomach sac that can expand to 4 times the body volume, it can swallow fish with a body length of 0.8 meters. Once the prey enters the stomach, it will be liquefied within 6 hours by high-concentration digestive enzymes. Diving to 3 kilometers, we finally arrived at the ocean floor, which is more unfamiliar than the surface of Mars. Humans only know 10% of this place. The water pressure here is 300 times that of the sea surface. Every square centimeter has to withstand 3 tons of pressure, which is equivalent to an SUV pressing on a fingernail. Celsius all year round, but life still writes an epic of survival here. Pearl octopus is a magical creature that lives in extreme deep sea environments. In the freezing cold seabed, female pearl octopuses face a unique reproductive challenge. Their eggs take more than 10 years to mature. In order to cope with this problem, they go to a special place. Every year, nearly 20,000 female pearl octopuses will cross the cold and dark deep sea and travel a long distance to the basalt fissure area. Here, geothermal hot springs raise the water temperature to 10 degrees Celsius, forming a unique hatchery. They gather between the rock ridges, guarding their offspring with their lives, and building the most magnificent life nursery on Earth. On this seabed, full of cracks due to the rifting of the plates, hydrothermal fluids from deep in the Earth's crust gushed out through the ridges, pushing the deep sea cold current, which was originally only 1 to 2 degrees Celsius, to 10 degrees Celsius, forming a group of hydrothermal vents stretching for several kilometers. The geothermal power has opened up a trace of warmth here. This is the key place for the survival of the pearl octopus race, and the only place in the cold deep sea desert that can accelerate the hatching of eggs and prolong the hope of life. But even so, it still takes nearly 2 years for the hatching of the larvae. Once the female pearl octopus chooses a spawning site, it will settle down there, no longer moving or eating. In the next 2 years, it will devote itself to the work of taking care of the eggs, keeping the eggs clean, and using its tentacles to stir the water to feed the eggs. The pearl octopus mother is known as one of the most selfless mothers in nature, but this dedication also makes her pay a huge price. 2 years of guarding has caused serious damage to the eggs, mother's body. When the last nest of larvae finally hatches, the mother will use up the last bit of strength and instinctively push them to swim to the deep sea. At this time, the pearl octopus mothers have exhausted all their energy. During the long incubation period, they have not moved or eaten, and their metabolic activities have completely stopped, and their lives are coming to an end. The sacrifice of the mother has brought the evolutionary gift of the offspring. The pearl octopus larvae have become the largest and most well-developed group of deep-sea octopuses, holding the trump card of survival in the abyss of scarce resources. At this moment, the searchlight beam of the submarine pierces the eternal darkness of the deep sea and slowly approaches the boiling black chimneys on the seabed. These sulfide chimneys, driven by geothermal heat, spewing high-temperature acidic fluids up to 400 degrees Celsius, nourish a strange vitality around them. Without sunlight, they can synthesize organisms and gather again, demonstrating the most extreme adaptation of life to extreme environments.